Hey guys, Sundown here. This is going to be my chapter review to My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia 209. The fifth set begins. Now, I've had quite a bad record of getting chapters out on time recently. I just find it really difficult to find time to actually do these reviews when I come back from work. I'm either cooking, I'm either cooking either on a phone call or something like that. Usually it's cooking and trying to find time and then getting enough time to go to sleep as well. It's been an effort trying to get any of these chapters out on time, and something always manages to come up to ruin my schedule. So apologies for that. I'll try and be on it, but I'm not promising anything. Now this chapter starts with Class A and B receiving feedback from their teachers. So that's Vlad and Aizawa and their classmates, with Bakugo trying to blow off All Might's praise in a I wrote All Night, but All Might's praise in a cool manner. You know, he's just like, he's like, All Might was like, oh, I got the chills watching you, and he's like, oh, you might have just called a cold or something. And I was like, yo, this he's trying so hard. And I love that as soon as Deku compliments him, Bakugo becomes standoffish, unable to deal with the fact that, he kind of likes Deku, even though like he sees him as a rival now. He's like, yeah, I gotta beat this guy. I'm gonna be the number one hero. He's not gonna be the number one hero. That's gonna be me. But he kind of likes him, and he can't. I think that's the reason why he's so standoffish. He can't hack the fact that maybe somewhere deep down he does actually view him as a friend. So Monoma then gives a speech, which I thought was entirely pointless. You can have your own opinion about that, but I thought it was just shit. The part where he recognizes that his classmates are growing besides their defeat was good. I was like, yeah, that's cool. But then the fact that Monoma also doesn't really mind too much about the fact that Class 1A have essentially, they haven't won, but the fact that Class B can't win now, it's either a draw or a loss. I like that he didn't really give so much of a shit about that, but then he just starts chatting major shit about being a main character in someone's life and blah 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 blah, and I was like, shut up, next. So Monoma's team then starts to discuss possible strategies against Deku's team, and we see this young Saiyan looking dude with his scouter. I mean, he's a midget, but he ain't got the spiky hair or anything, but he's got one of the Saiyan scouters saying they should adopt a similar strategy to Tokage's team against Bakugo's team, because they have similar teammates in Monoma's team, and they have similar teammates in Deku's team. So we then see a Kakashi looking mofo, I think it might be a girl, telling his, I wrote it telling his, is it a girl, is it a dude, I can't remember, I can't be bothered to bring up the chapter, but let's assume it's a chick. Let's assume it's a girl. So we then see this Kakashi looking lady telling her team that Deku's the real issue. That's the guy that we gotta make sure we do something about. We need to plan around him because he's gonna be the biggest issue. So this Kakashi looking or lady then put some respect on Deku's name, some major respect, telling the team that Deku is as much, if not more, of a threat than Bakugo was against Tokage's team with his power and maneuverability. And Shinso kind of takes this all in, and he's like, he declares to his team, he's like, you know what, our initial plan is fairly simple regarding its wording and its kind of ideation. The fact is that they need to take out Deku first. It's as simple as that. He tells his team that Deku can escape his quirk, his brainwashing ability, which is where Monoma will come in handy. And that's gonna be difficult, seeing as I see Deku's team as a huge deadweight. It's gonna be quite difficult for Deku if he's like escapes like Shinso's brainwashing, only for Monoma to come in and use his quirk to use Monoma's quirk, to use Shinso's quirk to brainwash Deku again. It's gonna be like a never-ending cycle of brainwashing. So it's gonna be difficult, especially if they can brainwash like two members of Deku's team at one time. It's going to be a slog for Deku, and I don't really like his team. I mean, he's got Ochako, Mineta, and Mina. Not the strongest team, but then again, this is their time to prove otherwise. And Ochako, to be fair, has improved a lot compared to someone like Mineta and Mina, for instance. We haven't really seen much of the two of them utilizing their quirk in a more advanced way than we've already seen beforehand. So Ochako isn't really so much of a dead weight, but Mina, I like her quirk. I just need her to see her freaking use it properly. And then Mineta, he's just been kind of, he's one of those guys. So we're also told that this exam is a preliminary exam for Shinso's admission into the hero course. What else are they going to examine him on, considering this is preliminary? You know, where's the main part? Where's the main course? What's the main course of his examination going to be, you know? So we then start the match with Deku's team quickly realizing that they're at a disadvantage, and while they're talking through their quirks and what they're going to do, we see Deku speeding around like their side of the pitch, testing One For All for any bugs, essentially. And he says he feels okay, you know, when Mina asks, and he's like, One For All feels alright, and he says he'll act as a decoy against the other team, seeing as they'll definitely be after him after they saw what Bakugo did to the previous team. And he knows he needs to be on the move, and he tells his team that they can win. But I hope that Deku doesn't try to do something stupid and out of character and force him and his team through the round, which is why I kind of got a vibe like that. But I'm like, if Horikoshi went this way, it would be seriously against Deku's character and maybe showing a bit of pride setting in. But I really don't want Deku to essentially try and one-man this. I want him to utilize his brains and think his way through. Just because he's stronger doesn't mean he should lose his tactical side. I just want Deku to outthink his opponents and then use his strengths in order to kind of support that, rather than trying to outbody people and outstrength people. However, Horikoshi makes it incredibly obvious that things are not going to go as smoothly as Deku hopes and as we think, for Deku in particular, his quirk and the examination. Now, firstly, All Might gets a call from Gran Torino. It could be anything, but I'm thinking maybe something related to Gigantomachia, just simply because One For All mentions it. No, All For One mentions it in this chapter, or mentions Gigantomachia, and just because I think Gran Torino was on that case anyway, so he gets a call from Gran Torino, so All Might steps away for a while. Second, we see All For One again in that impelled down essentially in that high security prison, talking about Gigantomachia and how he's restless. Not Gigantomachia, how All For One himself is restless because he's full of nostalgia. He can hear his brother's voice. I was like, oh my god, if this wasn't giving you bad vibes, as soon as he heard All For One smile, like he saw All For One smiling and saying that, you about as sensitive as a rock. If you didn't feel that negative energy just coming straight from All For One, like, I can hear my brother's voice, I was like, oh no, don't hear your brother's voice, man. No, don't do that. So I have no idea what the hell is going on. I can guarantee most of you don't know what the hell is going on, but he can hear his brother's voice. Now, third, Shinso is against Deku and was the trigger for the vestiges of the past that Deku saw initially when they fought that first time in the kind of that sports tournament. I feel this time around Shinso's influence on Deku's quirk won't be so safe, and big shit could go down while All Might looks away for a minute or could possibly leave the premises due to whatever Gran Torino tells him. We don't know where All Might's going to be, but essentially Deku's going to be by his onesies while his quirk goes apeshit, so it could be a big problem. And the examination isn't even the main point here. The big point is, the key point is why is All For One wary of this? Why does he know about this? Why can he hear his brother's voice? And why am I getting such a bad vibe about this? It feels like I think Horikoshi is telegraphing that Deku and his team will lose, but Deku might be in for a big heap of trouble in regards to One For All and possibly its utilization, maybe whether it works or not. Maybe he unlocks something but he can't control it and causes some big time damage to someone. I don't know, but something isn't right and we're about to find out. And that was the end of the chapter. So let me know what you guys thought of this chapter. Let me know what you guys thought of this review. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. I'm going to release my Taizai review. Oh, whoa, sorry. Stuff happened in that Taizai chapter, man. I mean, like, I didn't like one page. But yeah, so I'll get on my Taizai review hopefully tomorrow around about 5:30, 6ish GMT. So that's UK time, and that should be it. So I'll see you guys in a bit.